Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Wednesday, November 12th, 2014. Okay, nothing happened yesterday, nothing on the schedule for today, and it builds up a little bit towards Thursday and Friday. So we'll be able to get through that quickly. Let's take a look across the ponds. Asia is looking pretty good if you are bullish, and Europe is looking pretty good if you are bearish. Well, that was quick. Doesn't this picture look kind of ridiculous? Let's see what else is in the news here. It's a bunch of stuff, I guess. I don't. The Rosetta Comet, if you are looking for any news on that, I go over here to Yahoo and to their news, and you might want to check out some of the things that are going on with the comet, because it's pretty interesting. Apparently it is emitting a signal that the European Space Agency finally admitted to, that a lot of people out there on the internet said that it was doing, and they were put down by the mainstream media, and it turns out to be perfectly true. So it makes you wonder about a lot of other things as well. There's this guy on YouTube that I follow. His YouTube channel is called BP Boy Paul Earthwatch. And he makes some pretty interesting videos, usually a couple a day, actually. So it's kind of interesting to watch what he's got going on there. So if you get a chance, go over to his channel and check it out. Okay, over here, for our futures, looking like as though they are going to open a tad down. Gold looks kind of flat right now. If we look at overnight action, it's right about where it closed here yesterday, and it's right now it's still about where it closed. Maybe it has found a support here at and around 11. Let's see, what are we talking about? 11:30 was the low. Oil is at 77.37. 2 days ago I had a bad day, and it's been down ever since. Not the lowest though, at least in this time frame, which is 10 days. Last 10 days the lowest was 76.42. And the VIX is drifting a tad higher. The ES is drifting down overnight. And let's take a look at the Euro US dollar, still at $1.24 roughly, and the dollar is at 87.69. Down just a tad overnight. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on here. Alright, so the 250 deltas are returning a nice profit. A little worried about Amazon. We'll take a look at that chart when we get to the A+ list. And we'll just jump right into that, because last couple of videos have been kind of long. So let's keep this one short. And we'll start off with the Apple. Oops. There, let's get in sync. Alright, Apple. We're looking at maybe doing a 50 delta. We finally got a hookup. I think it might be a tad late. I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to put an alert on this. And I'm willing to take a serious look at this if it moves up today. And the same thing when we get to Amazon. We'll be looking at that too. Let's take a look at Amazon. So my short here was at 307, I believe. Let me take a look here. Amazon 307.50. And we still have 3 days left in this. If this moves up, and I'll put an alert here. If it moves up, I'm going to seriously consider buying back my short and riding along into the end of the week. Just because I think it made a very strong move. If we take a look on the chart, the way that it finished yesterday, first it opened really hard and then kind of sat there and didn't do much for the first half of the day, roughly. And then towards the end, it started picking up speed again. And I like seeing this MACD in a steep incline here. So I might take a chance with that. So now if we go to the Analyze tab, take a look at the risk profile. And let's shut off these. So where do we think it could go? Well, it could go to 320 by the end of the week. And if it does go there, then that's almost $3,600 if it moves to there. Even if it only gets halfway there, that's $2,200. So what would it cost me to buy these back, these shorts? They are at $595. So that is $595 a piece, so $1,200, $2,400 to buy that back. And we could pull in $2,300 here, minus the credit that it got, which was 51 cents, so that is $500. 51 cents, $50, couple $100 in credit. So it's feasible to at least make up for this losing trade by doing that. Could come out even if it only gets halfway there. So if we can get to 316 by the end of the week, that has possibilities. 316 is here. So that could very easily happen. Of course, if it moves up this morning, it's going to cost me even more to buy those back. So I'll be taking a look at that. At least I will. And you guys don't have to unless you're in the trade too. Alright, so just back to this Apple. I don't think I totally finished my thought on that. If you look at Apple, it had a really strong afternoon, and similar to actually what Amazon did, only more so. So I'm looking at a 20 delta on this, and possibly for the end of this week and not next week, but we'll see how that comes out. Okay, let's take a look at Baba. Glad I did not buy a call on that. We had a little bit of a pullback yesterday, but that's very cool because now it's coming down here and maybe setting up for a 50 delta. And you know what? If it pops today, because it's so strong, the trend is so incredibly strong, if it pops today, it's entirely possible I may do a 50 delta on it for the end, for this week's expiration today. So where to put an alert here? Well, I should do it from this high because it may gap up at the open. It's got to be strong, if you know what I mean. And the reason why is because we didn't come all the way down here to pick this up. So what's it looking like this morning? 115, 116 looks like it's going to gap up. And it's already traded 50,000 shares in the pre-market, 51,000, 51,500. So it's already gapping up here. So 50 delta sounds appropriate. We have $1 spreads here. So at 516, that has possibilities. has possibilities. So, looks like it might be a pretty good deal. We shall see. Oh, this would be over on the put side, 116. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking at this and I'm going, no, that's wrong. Yeah, sell this, buy that. So that's what we're looking at for that. Baidu. All right, on Baidu, we have this 50 delta that we got into on Monday, and it's working out pretty good. How's it looking for this morning? 246, 250. Looks like it might open down a tad. 4 shares already traded hands. A little bit behind Baba. Isn't it funny that they're right next to each other, Baba and Baidu, both Chinese? Baidu, I think, is the Chinese Google, and Baba is the Chinese Amazon. And they're right next to each other for symbols. Alphabetically, at least on my list. I'm sure there's others that are plenty of other underlines that would fall in between here, but for my chart, they're right next to each other. All right, Chipotle. Chipotle is, I would say, definitely in an uptrend. So now we have a target. So come and get it, Chipotle, because we want to play with you, because I made a lot of money on Chipotle. All right, Costco, kind of stagnant here. I'm going to move our target over a little bit. Oops. Grab the wrong part of it. Move it over to here. Come and get it. Here's the Dow, and I think we're at a new high yesterday. Just a little bip. One ping above, and then back down again. So here's our high on this candle, and then she pulled back. So it looks like it might take a rest today. Gold, we'll take a look at that, I guess. A little choppy here. We may be in a support situation. Let's take a look on the weekly. Yeah, we maybe have a support point here, which would be good. Am I willing to go in there with a trade? No, sorry about that. All right, Google, are we really in a downtrend? Well, we had it on our list yesterday that we were willing to take a look at something there. It didn't give us anything, but it did. Looks like it's in setup mode here for a bear call. So we'll put that on our list. I wanted to get through this quickly, and it doesn't seem to be working out that way. And here's our 50 delta on LinkedIn. We're still good on that. We're green across the board. NDX. This is our simulated Iron Condor. I had a senior moment there. We're keeping an eye on this. Is it going to continue up? It's not giving us really any sort of entry. I mean, not even a little jerk like we got back here. At least we got something back here. You know, the MACD is still red, so we're just going to kind of stay away from that one for right now. Netflix, here's the Iron Condor that we have on that. We could take a look and see if it's making any money yet. Nope, it's up $10 from what it was the other day, but we're not making any money here yet. Let's see here. I just don't know where this is going, so I'm leaving it alone. Priceline. Ooh, big move yesterday on Priceline. Let's set up a target. I'm saying Priceline's going to go bullish here after their earnings. So that was a big day yesterday. Really big day. Let's take a look at the Russell. It is inching up. We're still not our high was back here, 213.55 or 1213.55. We're at 1179 right now, so we have a ways to go before we get that, but we may be setting up for an entry, which would be nice. SPX, a new high on that yesterday, similar to the Dow, and nothing going there, no entries. The 4 F50 delta down here. Tesla, there's a lot of confusion after their earnings. Well, nice pop on it yesterday. So we're going to throw a 50 delta in down here and wait for that to come down and catch our entry. And pretty much the same thing with Visa. Visa, we're in a 20 delta mode here right now. So I'm going to put them on a 20 delta list. I'll throw an alert on here right about there. And let's see what happens today. So that's it. A little shorter than the other ones this week. Try to make it shorter, but if I keep talking, it's just going to be longer. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.